What is up, guys? Welcome back to Esk8 Exchange, the podcast where we kind of talk about electric skateboards and MBoards and board bumpers and, whatever else we want to talk about in the Esk8 industry. We've kind of, actually, we have Milo today again.
Two new guests.
But we actually have a new guest today. Mark is out of town, and we have James. James is the one who joined us on our California trip last week.
Yep.
James, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling a lot better. I can walk today. I finally got to put jeans on for the first time in a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. But I'm better.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, bring it in a little bit. There you go.
There you go.
I wasn't too sure if I should get too close and personal with it.
You can't get close enough.
Get all up in it.
Yeah. So James, how long have you been in Esk8? How long have you been riding?
Technically, man, I want to say about halfway through last year. I actually have a receipt of when I bought my GTR, bro.
All right.
So let me pull.
So about a year?
Nah, not even that.
Not even a year.
Not even that, bro.
Not even 6 months, 4 months.
Yep, about 5 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go on 6.
Dude, the way you ride, it doesn't look like you've only been riding for 5 months.
Yeah, no, it's one thing that comes good with the riding, bro, is I grew up skateboarding.
Okay.
I grew up racing motocross and everything, so it was like I always already had to learn how to read terrain and everything.
Okay.
So that's why I fell in love with this, because I was like, man, I finally get to skate, but I get to skate faster. And so I just kind of picked it up good, and just at first, honestly, I wasn't scared of wrecking or anything until this weekend and the other weekend in California. So I went skating yesterday and kept it at 15, 16, nice, steady, slow cars, bro. Because I was like, man, just to fall down again like that, it hurts. It's not fun.
Yeah. When I first got my first board, when I built my first board, I didn't have respect for the boards yet.
Yeah.
So I would just go ripping at 25, no helmet, in flip flops, didn't care until my first fall. And I'm like, well, and I fell into a bush.
Yeah.
So that was the only thing that saved my ass for sure.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah,
and I was like, you know what? I don't think I need to go 25 anymore.
Yeah, this was the humbling one. Like Jake was like, man, I don't think he's ever had the humbling wreck, dude, of when you sit on the ground and you're like, okay,
there's that one big blow, the
well,
yard sale.
Yeah.
We'll throw your 2 crashes up from a couple weeks ago up right now.
Yeah.
Those will start playing.
Okay.
And so you are actually relatively fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Got the little hematoma thing on my hip. That probably wouldn't have been so bad if I didn't go down the second time, honestly, because that second time I went down
the
was
exact
the
same
spot, man.
Yeah.
And then I laid there for a second and was like, all right, guys, you take me home.
and what's kind of funny, when we started our trip, you were kind of talking shit about your helmet a little bit.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
you're like, I don't want to wear this.
I don't, man. Helmets are for nerds and everything. Because you know what? But they really do save your head, because and this is only a $25 helmet from Walmart, and I just got it because the helmet police, everybody's like, you can't ride these things without helmets. I'm like, bro, it's not cool. All right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not cool.
I mean, at the end of the day,
you know what's cool is my head working.
Yeah,
bro.
Being alive, dude. Being alive is cool. Yeah,
because after these last 2 accidents, dude, in California, it was honestly, now I'm all 4 helmets.
Yep, it only takes once.
Yeah, it really does. So the little $25 helmet from Walmart saved me. I should for sure get a new one, because I put this one to the test, bro.
Yeah. Once you fall on your helmet, you should definitely, right? You should get a new one.
Yeah,
at that point, it's rated for 1 impact,
That's
right?
how it works for motocross and everything. Is if you take your motocross helmet and you drop it on the ground, bro, and it falls from 6 feet and it does a good bounce, they say it's done for.
Yeah.
Because it loses the structural integrity, and you need your head for motocross, bro. Definitely. And same thing for these for the boards.
Yep.
For sure.
Well, we have a pretty decent show today. I feel like last week we kind of talked about our trip. This week we got lots of different content. Hi, buddy. For anyone who's just listening and not watching, Milo, my dog, is sitting with me, and he likes to participate. Thank you for that, buddy. So we like to start the show off just giving pretty much any updates about MBoards, about board bumpers, any of our companies, any of our business things, just because, we like to keep everybody in the loop. And a couple new things that we have added to our website, super excited about, is the custom nickel strips for all different types of batteries. So anyone who's building 21700 cell battery packs themselves, we have brand new nickel strip that'll help kind of keep your builds a lot cleaner. So those are live now. And then this week we'll be adding all the custom fish paper, insulator rings, and 6S, 10S, and 12S BMSs.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of fun. And then we also added a whole new section to the MBoards website. We have a used section now. I just feel like, first of all, as soon as I started MBoards, I always got questions about, do you guys have anything scratched or dinged that that I could buy at a discount? Because it's I want to buy this thing, but it's a little out of my price range, and I'm like, at a certain point I was like, no, we don't really have anything like used or scratched. But now it's been years of MBoards, and I have a gigantic rack full of shit
of used stuff
that's just all used. So I'm like, and it's perfectly working stuff. It's just scratched or dinged or like a little dirty stuff I used for bench testing and stuff. Okay. And now everyone can buy it used for very good discounts. So
that's actually a really good thing, because I was looking at the EUCs and the one wheels and everything and all the new stuff that's coming out. And, you know, I was like looking at just new prices and used prices for everything, because now it's like, okay, I got the kicktail, I got the longboard. Like, you know, what's next? Now, do we need to venture into something else electric? Do we need to bike? Do we need to do one wheel? We know how we feel about that. But, you know, they're just hard. They're hard to.
Just said that.
I know. Right when I said it, I was like, I felt like
you feel the eyes?
The daggers from I didn't even want to look at them, bro. I was like, oh my gosh, you just disappointed them right now.
I did it. I think I even hit you up on it, and I was like, hey, man. So I knew nothing about Esk8, so I think I wanted some motors or something from him, and he's like, yeah, mine definitely don't work with anything you're riding. Oh. Okay, cool. Thanks, bro.
Yeah. No, it's.
What do you do?
But anyway, so I just wanted to kind of announce the used section.
Yeah, the used stuff. That's cool, bro.
Because it's all great stuff. It's just, you know,
because
can't sell it as new.
Yeah, because that's what it seemed like people were talking about. They're like, you know, I don't want to spend all this money on this new tech when I don't even know if I'm going to like it.
Right.
Because, you know, you look at some of those things, dude, and they look scary. The EUCs, for sure, you know. Fred just got one. Esk8 Unity, he just got one. And he was talking about for the past 2 days that it was fun to ride, but it was sketchy to learn at first. And then I was like, okay, bro, like, here's the real question. Do you look cool on it? You know, like
so anyway,
even just spare parts. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's just spare parts. Just because honestly, like a lot of guys, their motor they've been riding for the last 2 years. If it finally shits on them, right? What do they need a brand new looking one for? Why?
So board's probably
it's going to get scratched anyways.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, but anyways, I just want to kind of keep that, you know, let everyone know that exists. It's just on our home navigation. You can find it there.
That's cool.
And I started a new thing this year. So I really want to make sure that I hold myself accountable for things that on my to-do list, on my goals, because I'm a very scattered person. Jacob knows this. I wear a ton of different hats. I do purchasing. I help with customer support. I help with diagnosing people's problems. I help fill orders. I do everything. So I try to keep myself on pace. It's, you know, on task, which is what Maddie is mainly for.
Yeah.
She kind of keeps me on pace, but there's a lot of different goals and stuff that I really want to do for MBoards that I don't really ever tell anybody. Okay. So I started emailing. I started a weekly email. So anyone who's on our mailing list will end up getting a weekly email from me, just like updates, goals, different stuff. Anyway, so I started that. So if you want to be part of that, if you want to get an email from me every week, on our website, you can kind of put your email in at the bottom and get an email.
Like a sign. You got like a sign up on the bottom.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it for people that have already been signed up in emails? Because I'm already signed up for emails. So will I get this stuff, or do I?
You'll get it. Okay, you'll get it. So like last week, I sent out one. We were talking about our. We were going to add a. Well, one of my goals from last week was talking about adding like a live stock counter on our website, so we could so anyone can go on our website and find out exactly how many items of whatever they're looking for. Cool. So people can like buy with a little bit more confidence. So that inventory system's already done. It's ready to rock. So I just have to verify it all works before I actually launch it. Okay. So that's done. Cool. So that should be up any day now.
That means I get to go and like crash his website if I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, hey Jacob, it's live. Go see if you can screw it up. Okay.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Make sure it's all correct. Yep. So unfortunately, you won't know if it's correct or not unless you know what inventory we have.
Exactly. Right.
So it's kind of tough. I mean, obviously, if it says we have 1,000 or something, then probably it's wrong. But anyway, so that's kind of fun. So anyway, I'm sending out weekly emails to keep myself accountable, list out my goals, list out what we're working on for MBoards, just so everyone knows what they are. Yeah. So that way, if they don't happen, they can yell at me.
There we go.
So type down anything. Anyways, okay. So next up, we have Esk8con updates, which, dude, I'm so stoked for excited. Less than 80 days away. Dang. You guys have no idea what we're talking about. Actually, there's a whole podcast episode about it.
What's crazy is there's still people out there that don't know. I've been talking to people the past couple of days, and they're like, what is Esk8con? What, bro? Let me drop this bomb on you real quick. Here's why it's out in the open, but also we haven't been telling a ton of people about it because we have 1 or 2 more details we really have to lock in before we do like our final full push to like let everybody know. Yeah. So we have a backup venue already booked, but it's not the most ideal venue. I have one just so we have one. Okay. But we're trying to get a much better venue where it kind of will allow our the vendors to come have a booth and let us ride our boards all in the same area. Right now, our current venue, it doesn't really allow us to do that. Okay. So we're trying to get it where our race day and our
our race day and our like expo is in the same day, but 2 days of it. Instead of having an expo day and a race day, we want it kind of happening all at the same time.
Yeah.
So we're working on that. And as soon as we have our venue, our better venue locked in, we'll be full force as far as like advertising, stuff like that. I've changed like ticket sales, allowing people to change tickets. I've changed it like 4 times. Okay. Originally, people could buy them in October. Then it was November. I think now it's January. Okay. So hopefully by the end of January, people can actually buy tickets to come. But we're getting there. We're super close. We just have a couple more things we have to verify. But as soon as we get that locked in, we will be ready to rock.
Esk8con.com?
Esk8con.com. Yep.
There we go.
Yep. So if you guys don't know, it's a full-scale convention dedicated to electric skateboards. We've got a ton of different vendors, confirmed. We got a couple more in the works that haven't confirmed yet, but will be.
How do we get some more? How do we go about, like, say I wanted to reach out to a company and be like, hey, I want you guys to come. Do I just give them your number, bro? Or can
you can just send them to our Instagram, send them to our website. Honestly, Perfect. If you have a company that you'd love to see, that's really where it comes down to it, is people who are planning on coming to the convention. I know you're already planning on coming. If you want to meet people or see a company there, all it takes is just to let them, put the bug in their ear. Because if enough people do that, they go, okay, what is this? Let's take this for real.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it'll be really fun. There really needs to be an annualized convention meeting every year. Like it has to be one singular event.
So this is the first one?
This is our first one, yeah.
Okay, so this isn't like the first Esk8con in Las Vegas. This is the first Esk8con. What's up, Milo? I don't have any treats for you anymore, bud. I already gave them to you. He wants more treats. So this is the first electric skateboard convention in Las Vegas.
Well, so there's a couple meetings. There was a meetup with some vendors that came out a couple years ago, but there's nothing like there's nothing that like will be here every year. No annualized event. No one's like actively putting together an event every single year, which we are going to here to change that.
And I think those events were more meet up, hang out, kind of be hooligans for a few days versus, this being a more professional environment where, of course, everybody's going to be having a blast. But, there's that aspect of these companies be able to talk on technical terms and things like that.
Sit down and chat with like a real person that really works there. And it's not like a little review on the internet. Yeah, exactly. And then let me stand on the board, because from what it looks like, there's a couple boards that look the same, but there's quite a few. Like there's a difference between, riding a longboard or a kicktail. People don't know that difference if they've never been on both those. So it's
touch
it,
cool. Feel it, see it, things like that.
Yeah, I think it's super important.
Yeah. And and having there's a little bit of like a competitive deal that happens too, right? It's like, all right, well, why didn't so-and-so show up with their competitor board or vice versa? It really gives these manufacturers also like their own, like a bar that, each booth is gonna I don't know, kind of create, I guess. I don't know how I'm trying to say that.
Yeah,
but
they're going to hopefully create some competition, try to one-up each other, make a better booth, bring better products next year.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's how progression happens.
Exactly.
I mean, I'd love to it's the first year, so we got to set our bar. I'm trying to set it kind of high, but I need to set it realistic.
Yeah.
I want it to ultimately be like the CES of electric skateboards. Anyone who is anyone in the electric skateboard industry comes to this thing. That's what I really want.
Imagine the convention center here loaded. Don't get me wrong. Like,
yeah.
I mean, we could try it now, but I don't think 1 million square foot.
No.
I mean,
that'd be a long race.
Because our niche is so small, this will always be a small convention. It will never be huge, but I want it to be big for our industry,
Exactly.
So we'll see. Some of these big names, they want to wait and see who else shows up because they're being lame, but we'll see what happens.
They're playing by LA rules where you don't RSVP until the very last second, so you know who's going up.
Right. We'll see. But anyway, so that's kind of the deal with the convention right now. I do have a badass build of the week. Do you guys want to?
Let's hear it.
All right. So let me pull up the email. I have there's always a little blurb that goes along with it. Then rather than just a picture. So I'll read you the email first, and then we'll go through and look at the pictures. Okay. So this is from Patrick Prince. I already recognize his name. He definitely,
Patrick Prince, huh?
He definitely is our customer. So my brother and I started our Esk8 experience with some cheap $200 eBay lift boards. After riding those for a few months, we did some DIY upgrades to those boards, standard larger wheels and different pulley setups. Our 4 to 8 miles we were getting wasn't enough for us. We stumbled upon some MBoards YouTube videos, and down the DIY rabbit hole we went. That's kind of how it starts. Started with basic parts, plain grip tape and wheels, but quickly added our own funky style and flair We've done a few builds since, but here's my latest. It's a 40-inch drop down / drop through deck. The 13-inch double kingpin trucks, 12S 4P battery, a Fog box, 6374 motors, 15T motor pulley, 40T wheel pulleys. Started with 6-inch honeycomb wheels, upgraded to 120 millimeter cloud wheels. VX2 remote, and then he hand cut this. He refers to it as custom inlay funky 80s boombox script tape. And you will know what I'm saying when I show you the pictures.
That's a mouthful right there.
He goes, I do not recommend doing this. It took way too much time and effort. Found websites that will print your custom grip tape for $20.
Right?
So he went old school. He cut it all himself. Top speed of 35 miles an hour.
Not bad.
Still had more throttle, but got too scared. Definitely.
Yeah, right. 35 is scary, man.
That's 22 miles of range with about 15% left on the battery.
Okay.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yep.
Every challenge and setback you can run into, we probably experienced those. Yep, as one does when you're building a board. Please see attached photos for the board. Dubbed the boom board. Oh,
that's what it's called, the boom board.
Sort of a yeah, but open to new names. We have a handful of other custom build boards if you're interested in seeing those. Okay, so now I will show you guys the actual photos. So let me pull those up too. They are something special here. So they got orange
cloud wheels.
And look at that grip tape.
Yeah, look at that grip tape. It's just like layers of, wow, that's wild. Good
I'm
for
impressed.
him.
It looks great. He must have taken him forever to do it.
That's a beast.
So Patrick, great job on that board.
Yeah,
it
this thing
really
looks
awesome.
cool. Like this is a dope board. I'd ride
So
that.
you can swipe. There's a couple pictures.
Yeah, I want to see the honeycombs. Why do you go from the honeycombs?
I don't know. I don't know what
picture
those
of the
are.
honeycombs?
There was no picture in there.
Oh, okay.
But you can swipe a couple. There's about.
I wonder if that was
pictures.
probably all-terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an all-terrain version, right?
Because those honeycomb wheels, those are the airless rubber ones,
Those
right?
are junk.
I know.
think so.
I hear that
Those
they kind of suck. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's not so much that. It's just the range that's affected.
Yeah.
You know, because there's actually so much material that is sitting there hitting the ground and everything that it eats up the battery.
Yeah. Well, and just the bigger wheels in general.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it looks pretty good
That
though.
looks good, dude.
Yeah, he did a great job on that thing.
Yeah.
The thing is awesome.
Yeah, it had
Nice
to take
deck,
a
too.
lot of work.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good shape. It just looks nice. 40, what was it, 41?
40-inch, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the 13-inch trucks.
Yep.
Those are beastie
Nice
trucks.
and
Those
wide,
are beastie. Yeah,
Right.
those things are
Super
thick.
stable. Like you could hit 35 on those and be fine.
Yeah.
Are those double kingpins?
They are double kingpins.
Yeah.
Looks like he needs a board bumper on the front.
He
though,
does,
'cause he's
man.
got a
Slap
chunk.
He
one
might.
on the
He's
front.
got
Yeah.
a chunk missing.
We have to
Right?
send him one.
Man, what are you thinking? What do you think? Green on that, probably?
Yeah, probably. The
Yeah.
green looks
Send
like
him
it matched
send
pretty
him a
well.
green one.
I love how he's got the the anti-sink plates, but like on the top.
Oh, yeah.
So he's totally not necessary. It's like totally aesthetic. It's just aesthetic. It doesn't actually help
Yeah.
anything, but
Looks
it's nice.
cool, bro.
It does look really
Yeah.
nice. It looks pretty cool.
You know, and at the end of the day with the Esk8 stuff, man, you're bored, bro. If your board makes you happy and you think it's cool,
Yep.
shoot it for sure.
Yep. No, I think that's one thing. People always get hung up on why would I DIY? It's cheaper to buy a pre-built board. I'm like, maybe.
Okay.
First of all, it depends what level of board you're getting.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can go get a backfire for like $500 and
Yeah.
and it's cheap, but it looks the same as everyone else's. It performs the same as everyone else's. It's just like, when you build something yourself and it's totally custom and it's totally unique, I think there's just a level of pride that is just unmatched with, oh yeah, I spent money on this.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone can go and spend money on a board, but it takes someone special to sit down and build a board to their exact vision. And I think that's something super cool.
Well, that and it takes dedication, man. And that's what some people lack these days is they would much rather pull a trigger and just get something shipped to them than like sit down, take the time, do the dedication, you know, and make that thing. Because I feel you on the pride thing, that's where it would come from. Is like at the end, you got to build that board. You know everything about it, in and out, every nut, bolt, screw, what everything is going to do. And if you hear a weird noise, you know exactly what's going on. Like on my GTR, when I first started skating, I heard a couple noises, and I had no idea what any of them were. And it took experience to really kind of figure it out. DIY, cool. I respect some of those guys for sure, man.
No, and it takes someone. A lot of times for the DIYs, many times is not their first board. They have some kind of random board.
Could you imagine jumping into this right away?
That's what I did.
Some people do that. Though.
That's a lot of people. Actually, that's a good point. Let me know down in the comments below. Was your DIY board? Was that your first board, or did you kind of go to DIY where you pushed to DIY by a different company,
like something, or you know maybe you had a user error that you thought was a problem with the board and it turns people off. You know,
Yeah.
it scares them because they're like, well, if this one does it, then every other one that's produced has the ability to do that. Well, if you make your own board, bro.
Yeah. So I'm curious to know why, you know, was your DIY your first board, or was it a board, you know, just a part of your collection or whatever?
Yeah.
Was it your second board, third board, whatever? I'm curious to know if it's your first, if you first dipped your toes in the e-skate world was DIY.
Ooh.
That's how I did it.
Right.
Because I didn't have back when I did it, I didn't have the money for a boosted board, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was my only option.
Those things were kind of expensive.
$1,500.
Yeah, they were expensive.
I didn't have the money for it, and there wasn't any other options. So really, that was it. That was that and Evolve. And Evolve was still early.
Yeah, way
so those boards were even more expensive and not great.
No.
So anyways, I ended up building one for $600, and here I am.
Bam.
All right, so that is our badass build of the week. I have another one, but we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
All right.
And again,
Can we
if
get
you
like a little hint of what it might.
honestly, I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
I have it in there, and I have to look at it, but I don't even know for sure.
Right?
I'm saving it.
Yeah.
Let
Let the
it marinate.
curiosity kill them.
Yeah, but if you have an awesome build that you're proud of, send it in. A lot of boards, you look at them and you may not think they're badass, but under the hood, it's badass. So let us know. You know, send them in.
Doesn't have to be DIY.
Doesn't have to
on like any customization.
Maybe I'll send pictures of my Stoken.
Let's see what you guys.
You did. You redid it.
Yeah, I did. I put a little bit more of the grip tape on it on the backside, closer to it, so it's almost redone now. Got the different trucks on it. The different painted trucks, and then what I did was I put a 1/8 inch riser on the front truck, and then I put the 3/8 inch riser on the back truck. So when I run my orangutans, I can I slide a little bit better with it. Yeah. So it doesn't sound like it would.
Is
work.
it weird? Are you tilted forward a little bit?
You can't notice it.
Like a half inch.
It's an 1/8 of an inch.
Eighth of an inch.
You don't even really notice it. Like when you set it down, it kind of looks cooler. But like the thing that
it's like an old gasser.
Yeah, bro. It looks like a racer, you know what I mean? But so the thing was, is the bash guard was on it, and you gotta always worry about those screws in the bash guard, because if you're not Loctiting them enough, then they start coming out and they start rattling. So what I did was put the board bumpers belt covers on it, so now it gives it that extra room, so that when I manual on it and I can hit the bumpers, bro, the belt covers, instead of hitting my motors, and I don't gotta have the bash guard on it.
Nice.
And it looks cool.
Oh, so you took the bash guard off?
Yeah, bash guard's off. Bash guard's completely gone, bro. Got the belt covers that are on there. Yeah, so now it
they
protects
put
the motors,
that piece
the frame
on
out.
like knowing it's gonna get destroyed.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is weird.
Yeah.
They literally called it a bash. I've never seen one that's still black.
Yeah.
They're just mangled on the
yeah,
bottom.
mine already started getting mangled and everything, so it was kind of like, you know, and I'm not really so much into the manual thing, but it adds weight, bro.
Yeah.
And that when it comes to a kicktail, you don't want them to be heavy.
That's interesting. You know, like we haven't actually, I mean, obviously our motor bumpers are like our bumpers are obviously they work for the Stoke because it's the same drivetrain as any of the other Evolves, but I never actually thought about removing your bash card and using like our thicker bumpers. That's a great use for them.
So I brought the
good
Stoke,
use case.
I brought the Stoke with me. You'll see, bro. I hit the bumper yesterday trying a little manual, seeing how far I could get back, and I hit it, and then I checked everything, and you know, just cleaned up the little scrape mark on the bumper, bro, and we're gone.
I mean,
it's good.
I mean, it's plastic, so it's gonna wear over time, but they're cheap enough. You can just grab another set.
Cheap, bro, super cheap,
it absorbs that impact.
And you know what? They look so much better than the bash guard.
There you go.
Well, and then they won't discolor either. They won't discolor. They'll scuff, but they won't discolor. They'll stay the right color.
Because I took a little bit of the plastic down, bro, and once I cleaned it off, it was still green.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like,
it's
shoot
green
it,
all
hit
the
it
way
with
through.
The trick is just hit it with a lighter.
All right, I like that trick.
Cleans it right
showed
up.
us that
Yeah,
today,
right
dude. Yeah.
So you know, one thing we kind of realized when we went to LA, well, not LA, I guess Oceanside, Carlsbad.
We went to LA too.
Is the groups out there?
Yeah.
The group rides. Yeah. They're a nice tight knit. Like they got a nice group out there.
They got it down. That's what really kind of was like. I was like, bro, we need this in Vegas.
Yeah,
like,
we do not have that in Vegas. Our groups,
not yet.
Not yet.
We do not have a unified group in Vegas. I'm just like, why? It just doesn't make any sense. Every other city's got one. It seems like.
Yeah. So James and I have kind of secretly been working behind the scenes.
Super secret squirrel stuff.
So secretive.
Yeah.
But James was really excited to kind of get this going, and so it lit a fire under my ass. So it'll be a week from today, January 15th. We'll host our first Vegas real, like, I'm gonna call it like a real group ride finally. We've got a bunch of little groups around town, and we've tried this before, and there used to be a first Friday skate, so that was cool. It was a Friday night, first Friday of every month. But I don't know, man. That one kind of got dangerous, honestly. There was so much traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing with the group rides. The
And
traffic.
it kind of faded away. Yeah, I think the guy that was leading it, he
Yeah.
stopped riding, and there's
Yeah.
a few others. It just kind of faded. But we're
Mhm.
getting it back. So it'll be on Saturdays. We're going to do them at noon for now while the
Yeah.
weather's nice.
Yeah.
That's kind of when we need the sun.
Yep, for sure.
And first one will be out at the wetlands, Clark County
Ooh,
wetlands.
Love the
Oh,
wetlands.
dude,
Love
that's
the
So
awesome.
we're
wetlands.
gonna we'll see you out there, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I'll be there.
Yeah,
Hopefully my
Mike's
board
out there.
doesn't die halfway
Yeah,
through this time.
what? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Did you get that
yeah,
fixed?
maybe.
Everything's good.
Dude, all I had to do was unplug it, plug it back in.
Shut the-
Worked.
Remember?
Are you
Yeah.
serious? Oh,
Crazy.
So dumb.
right. I felt so bad for that when me and Jake were like, "So, bro, like, you got the beach to go hang out."
We'll see ya. We'll see ya.
We're the deuces, bro. Sorry. Yeah, love you, bro. Bye bye. Have
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt so
Oh,
bad. But I'm
man.
glad to hear that the board's working again. So
Yeah.
just had to unplug and plug it
Yeah.
back in.
Yep.
Some
So-
simple stuff.
Yep.
That
Why didn't you think
that
about
qualifies
that
as
then?
DIY.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then you're sitting there like, why didn't I think about this at the beach, bro?
Well,
don't
I
think you
have.
need tools,
It's because
right?
I didn't have any tools on me. I couldn't get my
Yeah.
enclosure
Oh,
open. So
yeah.
it
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what
you're
it
right.
is. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
See
I
what
guess-
happens? There's got to always be somebody on the ride that has some tools on them.
Yup.
Oh,
Or,
geez.
or a
Write
rattlesnake.
that down.
bite
Yeah,
kit,
rattlesnake.
right?
Hey, we're gonna be out in the desert. We are definitely bringing the rattlesnake bite kit.
Unfortunately-
next week. All right, bro.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, we will probably like. There's no way Jacob doesn't ever have to use that one day.
Huh.
Oh, it's. I
has-
can't wait.
Just kinda
I can't
have to-
wait.
I can't wait.
Can't
to see
wait
him
to get
use
bit
it,
by a
bro.
snake.
Right? It's finally happening.
Let's go.
waiting so
Right,
long.
dude? Yeah.
Watch it. I don't even. I literally have never opened it. I don't even know what's on the inside.
Does it expire?
You might want to check that.
Right? That's a good question, dude. Does it
What
expire?
I want to know what it even is.
Yeah.
I've never opened. It's like a little.
We're not
going
gonna
to
know. What's gonna be sad is you're gonna get bit by a snake.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a kit with you.
Yeah.
You'll have no idea how to use it, and you'll die right there
Yeah.
with the proper tools to
Right?
save
To do
yourself.
it.
Yeah.
And it's expired by one day.
right,
too,
all right,
bro,
all right.
at
I'll
that
check it
expired,
out.
right?
I'll
It'd
check
be
it
a good
out.
idea.
All right.
But what is in it? Because a lot of the stuff is just their venom again.
Probably like salt or something. I don't know.
Right,
It's probably
no.
something random.
Yeah, some vitamin C.
I'll check it out. I'll have it next week. We'll
Mhm.
make sure that in
Yeah.
case anybody
Yeah.
gets bit by a rattlesnake,
We're
we
gonna have
provide.
it.
It's a
the
gag
tropical-
gift. It's not
Yeah.
even real. It's,
Yeah.
You open it
Yeah.
up and it's those snakes
Yeah.
that like
Like-
pop
Yeah,
out.
right? Are you really that dumb?
Did you really think this
Yeah.
is what that was?
Yeah, good luck. Start
That's
running.
That'll be awesome. I need to see if it's.
But we do. We should, right? We got to bring
Yeah.
tools and stuff.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
So
make
I
sure
always
we do
make
that.
sure I bring a wide
little
tool,
bag.
wide tool, crescent wrench, a couple extra different sets, metric, standard, Allen wrenches.
And
'cause
let's
you
just
don't
say
know
this that
what people
you
are
know
gonna need.
we're gonna ask people to wear their helmets just because
Oh, yeah.
you know, like,
Oh, yeah.
not.
Oh, please.
I really don't. Let me. Okay, this will sound bad. I really don't care if you fall and hit your head, but I don't want to have to deal with it.
Yeah, you don't.
'Cause
Yeah,
that's who's
it's-
gonna
Oh,
deal with
boy.
it,
Yeah,
right?
right, yeah.
Man, that sounds so bad. That's not really how I
No.
meant it, but
Well,
you know what I
listen,
mean. Like,
it's what.
just
hey,
be respectful
Yeah.
and just please wear it. It's smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and helmets are cool.
No, they are.
Yeah.
For sure.
Helmets are cool. I'm glad if it. Man, I wish I honestly, if I wasn't wearing a helmet during my wreck, I probably wouldn't be hanging out right here.
Yeah.
Dude, I bounced my head off the floor the first time hard, man, real hard, and got knocked out. And so it was like if I wasn't wearing a helmet, imagine that damage that would have got
Little
happened.
Tweety birds.
Right, bro, would have been done.
Yeah.
Jacob would have Jacob's first buddy board dies, second dude died really for real, and now he's got to take it back. Ugh.
That's extreme.
Helmets are cool, yo.
Yeah.
At that
for
point,
sure.
do I just leave Mike?
Right, yeah.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
you're on your own.
Hey, I'll figure it out.
But it would be cool if everybody wears a helmet, even if it's just like a cheap little one, and it's not like we're gonna say, hey, you can't come ride if you don't got a
Yeah,
helmet,
we're
bro.
just asking.
Just
you
know that
please do it.
sometimes stuff happens, man. That's how it was. It's just
Yep.
so you go down on some dumb stuff, and it could be real quick.
Yep.
All right, well, we've got some viewer submitted
All
questions.
right, let's do it.
So the first one is, what gap in the market do you think your new board will fill?
Ooh, that's a good
we're talking the
question.
new
one.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well,
Ooh.
probably none. I mean,
Really?
so it's not like there's well,
So, I mean,
it's a
they're
very
not
weird
true.
gap.
It is.
There's
Okay.
a gap. Okay, here's
go
how
ahead,
the
Jacob.
gap starts. The gap starts when, like this year, we have all the boards that get released, right? And they all have
Yep.
12S, 4Ps.
Yo.
And really, if you would line up 10 boards in a row of everything that came out,
Yep.
they're all the same.
Yeah.
And if you lined up those boards 2 years ago, they were all the same,
Yep.
right? So the progression gets stuck in the middle. You now take the middle ground.
Mm-hmm.
You're a step above all of the last year, right? So so you are their next year's market
Yeah.
or 2 years market.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about
I
being
feel you.
ahead for sure. So that's why I was like, ooh, that's a really good question to answer because the gap, there really is.
I mean, I can tell you this. And to my knowledge, there is nobody that's got a 12S AP and a full carbon deck.
Ooh.
I don't think anyone
Oh,
has
God,
that.
that just gave me the goosebumps just hearing that. Love it.
So there is a market there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I don't know how big the market is.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
But I'm just building the board that I really want, and there it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
You're making your own market. So
yeah.
that's.
Well,
So
I think
I'm
that's what people like is some people, they really like the whole unique type deal of like something like, yeah, your board's got a 12S 4P or maybe a 12S 6, bro, but guess what mine's got?
Yeah. Right.
That's just awesome.
And there's there are riders that will use the full capability. It's not even so much that you can go out in the one ride.
Mhm.
It's the fact that you can ride the board all day.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
for
don't
some
have
people
to-
all week.
You don't
Yeah.
have to stop. Excuse me. You don't have to stop and charge midday and make it part of your plan. You just grab your board and go.
It'll you,
Yeah.
you even forget it.
You jump on
Yeah,
a 12 4P right now on all terrains, and I will get to the end of the battery and probably
Yeah.
still want to keep riding.
Yeah,
Right.
you're
At
only
which
going to
point-
get 20 miles out of that.
Right,
maybe.
and that would be on a great
Yeah,
day.
exactly. That's me weighing, 170.
Right. So having that double range again, it's just creating a new tool, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
The 35 to 40 mile realistic range.
Yeah.
That it's
Yeah.
you're halfway there of what these high end boutique boards we always call
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But you're not having to foot that.
Well, and another
insane
gap,
bill.
another gap is that there's nothing really proprietary. Again, there's nothing really proprietary about our board. So anyone who buys it, they can swap their parts out easily.
Yeah, that's
Like
what's
you can't do
super
that
nice.
with all these. Some of them are better than others.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah, there are.
A lot of boards are still using XT60s, XT90s, whatever. They're still using, all that stuff. But still, we want to make it so it's like any board that you want, like any parts that you want to throw in this thing, it'll work.
Yeah.
And you still plan on selling like the individual pieces of that
Oh
board,
yeah.
right?
Oh
So,
yeah.
I mean,
that'd
every
be nice.
every
If they,
single piece you
for
can
whatever reason wanted to change something.
Yeah.
Yep.
So say somebody got this new board and they were like, man, these motors, because those motors on there are nice.
They're thick.
They're nice. They're big. They look really good. So say somebody didn't like that and they were like, can I put smaller motors on this new board
Yep.
with the new battery and stuff? They could do that.
You could.
Yep.
You could do it.
Well, within.
You would have 63 millimeter motors,
Okay.
anything like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
So you could do 6355s.
Yeah.
You can go bigger to 6384,
Yeah.
63.
I mean, honestly, do you need bigger than those?
No,
I mean,
you
because
don't.
it's like
You don't.
you get going
I'm sorry.
from 0 to 30 in 0.4 seconds.
Yeah, you
your
don't.
eyes are watering, and your lips are flapping back. Like, well, you don't need any more.
No,
but
you
the,
don't.
The range, bro.
What's going to be
that's
cool
what's
is when we build the 4-wheel drive version of it.
Ooh,
Yeah, we'll probably do that.
I think so.
just maybe like a prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a one-off
We'll
or
do it.
something.
12,
Maybe
a
maybe-
12.6 with
We'll have to.
two
So,
stone cores.
Yeah.
so I got pictures and videos of our carbon deck sample.
Yeah.
We'll have it in the next little while. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna. I can't show anybody yet
No.
because it's not. I gotta do a couple. I gotta verify everything. It looks nice.
I've
Yeah.
seen it. Though.
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah.
it.
pretty
A
sick.
couple
I
pe-
showed
couple
him.
people
I
have
showed
seen it.
him.
Wow, I didn't want to tell everybody.
Yeah.
I've already seen it.
We've
I didn't want to
seen
make
it.
people
We've
jealous,
seen
bro.
it.
But it's
But
looks
you ain't
so
gonna see it
good,
for a couple
bro.
months,
Nah,
sorry.
it looks so good.
No,
I
they
love
won't.
the look of it.
They won't see it until we launch our board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks so good though, man.
Yeah.
It does. It looks good.
Your dog fell asleep.
We'll
by the
see.
way.
He's finally taught. Yeah, he's
Calm
wiped
yourself
out, man. He's been running around this room crying because he doesn't want to be in here. But now he's tired.
Where's the fellas at, man?
Yeah, Dexter's not his friend's not here today.
Oh
Mark's-
yeah, there's usually isn't.
Yeah, Mark's out of town for right now.
Yeah.
The rest of the week.
Okay.
But yeah. So
Business stuff or
what's
pleasure?
up? Yeah, no
Business,
business.
okay. Look
Yeah.
at him.
Yeah, he's hustling.
Really?
Yeah, he's out there. He's got a couple of jobs.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I was expecting to meet Mark today. Hey, Mark, what's up, dude? Seen you
Oh,
on the podcast once or twice. you know?
Yeah.
But
You'll
nope,
meet him.
not
You'll meet
here.
him eventually.
There
Yeah.
we go.
It's a
All
good
right.
trade off.
So I guess the gap is just a one up. We're gonna
Yeah.
go one up from
Yeah,
the
just
current
because, man.
offerings.
Progression, bro.
Hopefully for a decent price.
Oh, at a better. No, what's crazy is it
Ooh.
will be a 12S8P
Okay.
for less than what a Hadian is.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that's the gap. I think that
That
you're
is
entering the luxury
The
market.
Yeah.
bang for
And,
buck, bro.
you know, I'm not going to say not at a luxury price because it is expensive.
Oh, it's
Shit's just
expensive. It's
but,
expensive.
But we are trying to make it affordable.
It's
So
for
Yeah.
what you're getting,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, and I know there's plenty of people out there that are happy with paying for the Hadian right now.
Yeah.
You know, I've read quite a few reviews, and they're like, honestly, yeah, it was a little expensive, but I love.
I mean, we
this
word
thing,
them.
bro.
We wrote them in
Yeah,
Carlsbad.
they're
They're
good.
nice.
Loved 'em.
They're
I
nice.
Loved them.
Yep, they're really nice.
But it'll be nice to hop on your board. Hopefully.
But to me, I just can't get over the fact that like if a BMS goes out or if an ESC goes out or if my
Yeah.
battery goes out, I
Yeah.
have to buy it from them.
Has to be.
It makes me crazy. I can't think about stuff like that.
It makes it difficult. That's the one thing that I didn't like about the Evolve products. I love everything about them, but it was the proprietariness. And then that's what drew me to you guys was the MBoards and everything. Cause I was like, man, the Evolve's cool, but like, what about, there's gotta be other people doing other stuff that is not so proprietary. And that's how I found MBoards and then on into board bumpers. But I dove right into this thing right in the beginning. I was like, I need to know everything about this stuff.
Right.
So
no,
I think you guys are doing a great job of leading the way with the stuff that you're putting out, man.
Well, I wouldn't say we're leading, but we're trying. We're trying.
Okay, my bad. I didn't want to say. Hopefully, this will lead a way with the, into the gap, bro. People. Because
there's a lot of really, really, really great DIY like people who are really pushing the DIY market. I think MBoards' main goal is to try to bring it to more to the masses.
Yeah.
I feel okay not necessarily innovating a ton. I feel like there's a lot of other more talented people in that space that can innovate, and then we can try to help bring that innovation to more people than maybe they could have by themselves. That's kind of like my thought.
So is the AT conversion kit that fits for the Interstellar going to fit for the new?
Actually, all of the Evolve stuff will fit on our new boards. So it's a way bigger. We have a lot more parts. Actually,
options.
A lot more options.
Options are cool, bro. Because that's what I would love to do. Is slap the AT setup with the 56, 58Ts, and put a nice little 7-inch set.
That's probably what will come stock, but we'll see what
that's
happens.
Such butter, man.
Dude.
I love it.
We'll see what happens.
All right, we had a viewer wondering if there's any update on Jacob's giant board.
Oh,
man,
beast.
The beast. Yeah. So we promised a video, and
was that the one I rode the other day?
Yeah.
Oh, that thing's crazy.
So
have you ridden it, Mike?
We were getting ready to make the video, and this dude hit me up, and he wanted it so bad. Like I just felt terrible to not sell it to him. So unfortunately, we put new batteries in it. We got it ready to make a video, and then we sold it before we even made the video.
Goodbye.
So, yeah, I know. That thing was a tank, but this dude loved it, man.
Yeah.
He was like,
so literally, the
jazzed.
only thing wrong with it was it just needed some new batteries. That was it.
Yeah. It was just batteries. $100.
Yeah, that thing was
some
a
batteries.
tank,
I think it was 80 pounds.
Yeah,
right?
I think it was a tank.
80.
At least.
At least 80.
At least.
It was insane.
That was crazy.
I mean,
the brakes on it were crazy.
You didn't even need them. You just let go of the throttle.
Yeah.
It was definitely cool. I mean, it ran perfect. So
it was unique, bro. It was different. That's why I like people that have a bunch of different things.
Right.
Yeah. Damn, I wish you did have that board because we should have brought that to the convention. People would be like, "What is this thing?"
Crawling up and over the sidewalk.
He was headed to the beach actually in California. And that's why.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, it was actually man, it's kind of embarrassing. So, when he came over to check it out, I had it already. No big deal. Charger was wrapped up. Remote was ready to go. I said, "All right, dude, here, jump on it. We'll, go for a ride." So I turned the board on, turned the remote on, and nothing happened.
Oh.
So I'm like,
why?
You're shitting me right
right
now. Like, why is this happening? 2 days before I had checked it, everything was totally fine. So I'm like scrambling at this point. So I start like looking for batteries. I replaced the 2 batteries in the remote, still nothing. I'm like, bro, like I feel terrible. He's like, dude, I still want it. I know what I'm getting into. I said, all right, man, like call me, if you have any questions, if you change your mind, just let me know.
Okay.
So he goes home and he calls me within like the hour and he goes, "Hey dude, I figured it out. Because there were 2 other batteries that were missing that you didn't replace." And I was like, "You gotta be shitting me."
How many batteries were in there?
There were 4 batteries. I replaced 2, but I'd left the remote on 2 days ago. And I did the 2 days prior, and I didn't even realize.
This is the remote batteries.
Yeah, just on the remote.
Oh.
Sorry, don't get scared.
Yeah, I was like, there's 6 batteries in that skateboard.
I was like,
there's 3.
There's 3 giant, like 12.
No, literally
12 volts.
Literally 2 AAA batteries cost me $60 because I was like, man, I'm not gonna charge you like what we kind of agreed, and then I was like, this thing doesn't even work. I don't how
Well, what's insane is that remote. You turn it on, it takes like a minute to pair.
And remember how it would always beep?
Yeah.
You had to wait 10 seconds and it beep. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, it's not beeping. Like something is wrong.
Where did you get that thing from? Wasn't it Walmart or something?
No, my neighbor popped up with it, and he was like, "Man, I don't really know what to do with this thing." So we were gonna have a little project made out of it. And I don't know. We didn't get that far.
Yeah,
we didn't get that far. So we'll have to find. Maybe that'll be another thing. Like we'll try to find like some crazy unique things that are out there.
Start buying them up.
Yeah. The problem is, I just don't want to have to keep them all. So
yeah, I don't know where to put them. My warehouse is getting full.
Put them on that wall over there, like the Tupperware board. I think is still a pretty unique.
Should we bring that to the convention?
I'd be stoked to see that thing alive again. I think that'd be kind of cool.
You guys really rode that thing?
Yeah, I did. I
single drive.
Single drive. Yeah. It's got the like the inertian drive kit on it.
Yeah.
I have the Esk8 before they had to change their name.
Okay.
I still have it, and it just works. I imagine.
Get that thing
I'll have
fired
to get
up.
that thing fired up again. It was a nice. I liked it.
If anybody's
dude.
watching, by the way, we're all just like randomly staring up in the
at the
sky.
wall.
Yeah, right.
There are boards over here that we're
stuff,
looking at.
There's stuff on the wall.
If you want to see this board, there's a video. There's a couple videos all about it on my personal Mike Beard YouTube channel.
Yeah.
There's back before it looked like
all the electronics sitting in a little Tupperware thing.
Yep,
huh?
I had 3S lipos in series, so it's actually rocking a 9S battery.
So what gave you the idea to be like, I can put this in Tupperware, it'll be fine?
That's what they were doing.
That's what they were doing
back in the day.
So many people did that. But to this day, though, we talked about this last week. I love that enclosure because if you got to get into it, you just pop some clips and it was awesome.
Almost pretty waterproof too.
It was pretty waterproof. Yeah. I ain't watering again. I never got in there. I rode through all kinds of puddles and stuff. Never had a problem because the physical lid is what's screwed to the bottom of the deck, and then you take the whole case and you put it on there and you clip it, and it's awesome.
Yep, good to go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
How much did that little Tupperware thing cost?
Dude, it was free. I got out of my grandma's cupboard. She gave it to me.
Thank you, Grandma.
Yeah, she gave it to me, and I painted it. The paint cost me more than the container.
I was wondering. I thought that maybe it was like custom blue, like Tupperware. I was like, dang.
Did you paint those trucks too?
No, those came that way.
Oh man.
So
well, listen, you've definitely come a long ways, bro.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. And those wheels used to be the same color as the trucks almost, but they're like green because they're like black now.
Roads are gnarly.
Super gross.
Right.
But hey, it worked really well. I love that thing though. It was a great board.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But
it's the evolution of MBoards. He went from that to
that thing's probably got more miles than probably any of my other boards.
Really?
Because I switch boards so often now.
Yeah.
I build something, I ride it for a month, I build a new thing, right? So my Interstellar's probably got almost more miles than that does.
Okay.
But that's got a lot of miles. I rode that for 1 or 2 years around campus.
Wow.
But
I love skating through campus,
dude.
Because so I used to work up on Tropicana and up past Las Vegas Boulevard, and so I had to come up and over Las Vegas Boulevard, and then my house is right on Trop and like Wilbur, so I get to skate right through campus, dude. It's fun sometimes.
That's cool. Man. Yeah.
Cruise through on the all terrains. It's a cool little. I mean,
nice.
If you can get it when all the students aren't there, like there's a pretty cool little. You can loop through and up and around through UNLV, and it's a nice little.
It's nice.
Skate sesh.
I like riding
grass and stuff.
Well, there's a lot of different like terrains. There's sidewalks. There's like just regular asphalt. There's like cobblestone, which is not fun to ride on, but it's just a fun. It's just a little fun. That's just different.
That's where I did my cloud wheel review because I was like, perfect. I got really big cracks. I got small cracks. I got good asphalt. I got good concrete. I got
you see a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
crack.
You know,
you see a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun. I don't know.
Just try not to run over any college kids.
So, all right, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching. Again, if you have any questions or any topics you guys want to hear on the podcast, leave in the comment section below. Follow us on Instagram.
Which we'll put in James's tag in there.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah,
man. This is cool.
Kind of last minute, but hey, how's it going?
I came here for a cool little shop tour. Was like, what's up? And hey, you want to be on the podcast? Pff, is there a mustache in Mexico? Of course, man. Let's do this.
Up and comer YouTuber.
I got
working on his YouTube skills.
I got a couple YouTube things going. Right. So getting in front of the camera, talking, all that is the practice helps, man. Because it's not easy getting in front of the camera and being normal. You know, you can be normal with the bros when it's just you guys, but once the cameras and the mics come out, it's like the pressure's on, dude.
Yeah. Well, dude, thank you again. Thank you for sitting down, taking time out of your day and chatting with us.
Yeah.
Jacob, thank you for traveling across town for every week. I appreciate
made it
you.
Again.
Milo, thank you for keeping us safe in here.
Good job, buddy.
Tax deductible guard dog. Thank you.
Screaming through the entire podcast.
Through what? Yeah, he's just
screaming
in the background, just like yelling. It's all good. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
See ya.
Peace.